As a longtime fan of Gilmore Girls, I firmly believe that the absence of Max Medina in Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life, was a wise decision. While Max played a significant role in Lorelai's life and helped shape her journey, his inclusion in the revival would have felt out of place within the narrative structure that the show aimed to explore. In a nutshell, Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life neatly resolved many unresolved storylines from the original Gilmore Girls, but Max Medina, portrayed by Scott Cohen, was not among them. Max was once Lorelai Gilmore's fiance and Rory Gilmore's former Chilton Academy teacher. However, Lorelai called off her wedding to Max on their big day and went on to have several other relationships before finally ending up with Luke Danes. In A Year in the Life, Lorelai's ex-boyfriends like Christopher Hayden and Jason Digger Stiles are featured because they continue to play significant roles in her life. Christopher is Rory's father, and Jason is a friend and business associate of Richard Gilmore, Lorelai's late father. Since Max no longer has any connection with Lorelai, it was logical for him not to appear in the series reboot as he doesn't have ties to her present life. And why Max Medina wasn't in Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life. But the series creator said it felt unnatural, including the character in Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life. It seems odd for me as a fan to imagine that Lorelai would still maintain contact with Max Medina, her past flame. What, given how their relationship ended dramatically and Rory is now an adult, it feels out of character for Lorelai to have kept in touch with him so extensively out all these years. He, compared to her more definitive breakups with Jason and Christopher, Lorelai's abandonment at the altar with Max was far less conclusive. Over time, it appears that both Lorelai and Max have moved on, with Max even seeming to have left Stars Hollow. Amy Sherman Palladino, the creator of the series, shared with Entertainment Weekly that they struggled to bring Scott Cohen's character, Max, back for A Year in the Life. Max was one character I couldn't figure out how to include, she said, but we adore him so much. We didn't forget about him, but we just couldn't find a way to make it work. She added that they had a lot of storylines and even left some behind before they started filming. Sherman Calladino has mentioned before that she and some Gilmore Girls cast members might be open to another revival, as reported by Rolling Stone. Therefore, it's uncertain if Max will reappear in the future. Over time, he may have gotten married and started a family. Given his high level of education, he could have become a college professor. His potential future would be more coherent if Max reappears in Stars Hollow or has some connection with the main characters once more. Why it's good. Max Medina wasn't in Gilmore Girls, A Year in the Life. It would not have fit the narrative structure. In the initial turbulent phase, Lorelai and Max managed to have a closing talk during the original series of Gilmore Girls. The show often delves into the consequences of intergenerational traumas and behaviors. Uh, Characters like Jason and Christopher embody these patterns, as Christopher's absence significantly affected Rory, while Jason symbolizes the affluent high society life that Lorelai decided to abandon. Max Medina unfortunately found himself entangled in Lorelai's tumultuous existence, and didn't require a more prominent role, uh, including Max in the revival might have given the impression that the show was overcrowded with guest stars, thus undermining the objective of delving into the individuals who significantly impact the main characters. And conversely, the reappearance of Rory's first boyfriend, Dean Forrester, Jared Padalecki, enriched the series by introducing a significant layer to the plot. Rory and Dean had separated when Rory became involved with Jess Mariano, but reunited during Rory's time at Yale. And when Dean was married to Lindsay Shaw, and that Conger and Kuhn Naster, and what the duo's secret romance becomes public knowledge, causing disapproval from Lorelai, who strongly condemns infidelity. Over time, Rory enters a relationship with Logan Huntsberger, completes her education at Yale, and eventually moves on. When she faces difficulties in her professional life and seeks solace at home, an encounter with Dean reveals that he has since tied the knot and started a family. This interaction showcases their personal growth and maturity as they have grown into adults, contrasting sharply with similar scenes featuring Lorelai and Max in A Year in the Life, which would not carry the same emotional impact.